We're witnessing the death of the iPad Pro right before us in hindsight. So recently, Apple just debuted their new iOS 18 in their event a couple days ago.
Our next release, iPadOS 18, starts with features you saw on iOS, like new ways to personalize your home screen, customize Control Center, and relive special moments in the Photos app. Boring!
And I have some mixed feelings about it. Don't get me wrong, iPadOS 18, it is technically a good, well-rounded update. But Apple purposely keeps on forgetting about purposeful aspects that make the iPad Pro a pro device. Now, multitasking on the iPad isn't terrible, but it is subpar to its Android counterparts. And if you really compare iPadOS, it really is just iOS with iPad slapped in front of it. In fact, at least Samsung had Samsung DeX. I used to actually use a Samsung tablet, and Samsung DeX was amazing. But it seems like we will never get desktop class features to the iPad Pro. And that is the main thing that is limiting this product as a whole, is the software. The software on the iPad Pro, some of you may argue, fine, it's good for the average customer. But if you're trying to advertise a pro product, the software on your pro product needs to be more advanced than the rest of its line, especially if you're raising the price on these iPads. I mean, it's crazy. You have people out here paying $1,300 upwards for an iPad. I'm gonna lie, it's gotten to the point where you can make an inference that the Air has better value than the Pro. There's only three things separating these devices, and they're arguably arguments that you can easily dispute. One, the cameras; two, the display; and three, the chips. Those are the only three things that you can really argue between these three products. And most people that buy both of these won't even notice a difference or care at all. So that's why you can argue the Air possibly has better value than the Pro right now. And besides the point, it feels like iPadOS 18 was literally just the app updates. Okay, the main part that really got me happy was the calculator app. Like, that was basically the best part of this event for me. But the rest of this, I could really care less for. When you have things like multitasking still lacking, and don't even get me started on the file management system. How is the file management system still terrible on the iPad? You've had multiple years to fix it now, but the file management system still stinks. It still glitches, it's still laggy, and it's just not good at all compared to the Android counterparts. And to be fair, if I had to give this iPadOS rating out of 10, I'd really give it a 3 out of 10. Because these are really just app updates. This is not a new iOS. It's still the same thing. You're just getting minor updates to it. And yeah, some of this we knew was never going to happen. But at the same time, it seems like the iPad is more so getting more hardware advances than software updates. But the key thing is, you need software to utilize hardware, and it seems like Apple is forgetting that. What happened to the times where Apple used to take their time and release a huge iOS update? Something way different than the previous iOS, something way better. But this is back to my main key point, is Apple. If you really want the iPad Pro to be called a pro device, stop prioritizing hardware over software. Software makes the hardware. We've seen this for years. If there was good software, the hardware will always come with it. Now, if you guys liked this video and this rant, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and thank you guys for watching, and peace.